Well, no. Police can't actually force you to do a breath test, but provided the various statutory preconditions pertain, a police officer can require you to do a breath test, which ultimately has a fairly similar practical effect. So, for example, if a police officer reasonably suspects that at some time in the preceding 3 hours you've been driving or in charge of a motor vehicle, he or she may issue you with a formal requisition requiring you to provide a specimen of your breath for analysis or a specimen of your saliva for a saliva test. And if you refuse to provide such a specimen, you can't be physically forced to do it, but you can be charged under the Traffic Operations Road Use Management Act with an offence of failing to supply or failing to provide a specimen. If the request was lawfully made by the police officer in the first place, that is, if the statutory preconditions in fact existed so as to entitle the officer to make the requisition and you failed to provide a specimen as requested, either by actually refusing to do it or by simply not doing it in some other way, it's likely you will be convicted of an offence which will have the effect of your being punished as if you had been caught driving with alcohol in your blood in the highest range. And that means even if you in fact had not been drinking at all or had only had a few drinks so that your reading would be expected to be relatively low, you will be treated as though your reading was in the highest possible range. So in those circumstances, not only would you not have done yourself any favours by refusing the police officer's request, you would in fact have done yourself a significant disservice in practical terms, because you would end up being punished way beyond your actual culpability.